It's the first day of summer in Westminster, Maryland, and a sold-out crowd of 340 people is spending the afternoon with a hometown barbershop group, the Old Line Statesmen. The barbershop group has chosen a pirate theme for today's concert. Throughout the 2-hour set, the Old Line Statesmen combined their a cappella singing with a touch of family-friendly humor thrown in to keep the audience engaged.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Lying in the boat. I can't see anyone. Can you? Was born without a pair of horns. It was you. Jezebel, it was you.
Playing before sold-out crowds is nothing new for the Old Line Statesmen. In fact, it's the third year the summer concert has done it. And much of the reason why lies with Westminster itself. It's a small city that loves its music.
A really good community for art presentations, and yet we're only 25 minutes from the Baltimore Beltway, and we can be downtown Baltimore in an hour to the Lyric or the Meyerhoff or to Camden Yards. So a lot goes on in Baltimore, and we're not isolated, but we're just far enough out that some folks think you need a passport to come to Carroll County, and a lot of Carroll County people sort of like that idea.
It still has a small town feel, even though it's a bedroom community of Baltimore and even Washington. So many people drive to Washington or to Baltimore from Westminster, but it's a rural it's still rural, and it's just got that feel.
And it kind of still maintains that hometown feel, and I think that that's something that we treasure. And so that's the hometown feel is also reason when you go out on a gazebo or something and sing, and you get a lot of support from the people in the area. So really enjoy having that way to step back into something a little more intimate.
There's no shortage of musical groups in Westminster and the surrounding area. There are a cappella groups like the Old Line Statesmen, children's choirs, adult choirs like the Masterworks Chorale, jazz bands, and a number of other orchestras and musical groups. The city even has a resident handbell ringing group. Plus, Westminster has its own marching band. One of the oldest active bands in the city is the 120-year-old Westminster Municipal Band. The band has plenty of members who have decades of experience playing.
Been in the band about 15 years.
And this is I'm starting my 43rd season with the band.
Director of the band. I've been in the band since 1991.
Keeping members isn't the biggest challenge for groups like the Municipal Band and the Old Line Statesmen.
I think the thing for us is to bring in the young people. I mean, if you attended the concert today, you look through the band, there's very few people that's under the age of 35, 40 years old.
Age range right now is probably in the high 30s, all the way up to like 84, 85.
We find sometimes we have better luck with people that are ready to revisit it after their young families, their families have grown up a little bit, they have a little bit more time. So, ideally we'd love to have 20s and 30-somethings, but we take anybody, 30, 40s, 50s, whatever point you are in your life that you're ready to get back into music. It's a lifelong thing, it's a lifelong love, so we're not going to turn anybody away.
Given how much the area loves its music, it looks like the group still have a bright future.